Hey Satique, welcome to your reading. Okay, I know it's late, but it's late. So what? The witching hours. Just kidding. But anyway, yes, let's see what we have going on hither. Okay, so what are you? You are an Aries. I'm sure of it. Yes, April the 3rd. And then this other person, is he an Aries too? How? Okay. March 26th, and you're April the 3rd. Okay. I'll make sure I take a mental note of that. Two Aries. Okay. So let me go. I gotta go back to your questions. All right. So you want to know, is the business you're going into with your moms, is it going to be successful and bringing good money for you? Do you have unknown enemies slash people with ill intent towards you? Do you want to know about the love situation whenever it comes to you and I think it's the name Shaquille? And you want to know how he's feeling about you. And then you also want to know about the music situation, music or acting. Let's see. Okay. Okay, something about reading. That's interesting. Okay, and then I picked up something about a choir. So when I think of a choir, I think about singing. All right, let's see. Sensitivity. So you're a really sensitive person, even though you're an Aries. Maybe you have water in your chart somewhere. You're becoming more sensitive and you need to make changes accordingly. I feel like this is in regards to protecting your energy. So but I also get the energy as well of creating new boundaries. Even though I know these are life purpose cards, I'm getting general messages through these as well. You may possibly have a problem when it comes to creating boundaries, but I feel like now more than ever, you need to set those boundaries in place and you need to set those boundaries in stone because it's like you're becoming more sensitive. And I feel like the sensitivity for you is very likely coming from, your third eye could possibly be opening more. Once your third eye starts to open, some shit that you see just be like, oh hell no. So it could be one of those things where you may just be opening up more to the vibrations. You just may be opening up more to your spiritual gifts within the universe. And certain stuff that you used to do, certain stuff that you used to endure, you just can't anymore. And that's fine. So what does that mean? Some shit you probably gotta leave behind. But again, I feel like this is more so protecting your energy, which makes sense because even if you look at her staff, she has a clear quartz card. I mean, a crystal that deals with protecting your energy. You should hear some right here. So, that's why I feel like it is. Let me clarify this card because this is interesting. Clarify sensitivity. Another thing too, you may possibly take a lot of shit personal. I don't know why I'm getting that energy as well. You may take things personally, and that could possibly, in a way, kind of like that may hinder you in a way whenever it comes to you doing what you want to do. Because if you're too sensitive, if you can't take constructive criticism, or if you just don't know how to just turn that shit off and just put that fucking in your system, they're gonna eat you alive. Okay? Yeah, Ace of Wands. Yeah, it's funny that I said criticism. I think that's what it is. You're really sensitive probably when it comes to criticism. You probably maybe possibly when maybe people critique your work, maybe you just kind of like get a little bit angry, irritated, perturbed, kind of just like you don't know how to just take a step back and listen to what they have to say. Of course, everybody's not gonna be perfect, so everybody needs to be criticized. Everybody's gonna get critiqued at one point, especially when it comes to something that you really want to do. You're probably going to be critiqued more than you're going to be congratulated. And that's just the way it's going to go. Okay. But Ace of Wands to me is conversation. Also the Ace of Wands could be the card of passion, be the card of love. Ace of Wands also could be the card of business plans. So, ooh, this business idea, this business situation that you could be getting into with your mom, it may break you in a way because of your sensitivity and because of the fact that, you guys are so close whenever it comes to like, you're the daughter, she's the mom. That could be another thing too that may get in the way. So it's almost like mixing business with pleasure. That don't always go well. Okay. But we're gonna see what else comes out because that's only one card. Counseling. Mm. That would make sense why you're sensitive. You may definitely be somebody who goes for the underdog in terms of you try to help out the underdogs. This may even possibly roll over in your relationship where you may possibly end up dating people, dealing with people who, you have to uplift, who you have to bring up out of the dirt or slums, whatever the hell you want to call it. Or there may be one of those things as well where it's like you may be an empath thinking about it. Now that I'm thinking about it. So I almost feel like this energy here, you may possibly be somebody who always wants to help everyone, but you can't help everyone. Even whenever it comes to love, you can't help everyone. They gotta know how to help themselves. Your career brings fairness and protection to others who need your help. Sometimes this could be, I don't know why I'm picking up something like a marriage counselor, or this could be something in the legal field because of Justice card. I feel like it represents law. So maybe you wanted to be a lawyer in your past, but maybe you abandoned that because you're too sensitive. But whatever it is, it's just like, you just want things to be fair. You want fairness to be brought about around. You want fairness to be brought among people. You probably don't like people being mistreated and everything else like that under the sun, which I understand. Yeah, see, like love. Oh my gosh, you're so sensitive. hmm Yep, what I just say. I was talking about let go during my rant, wasn't I? Walk away from this situation in order to resolve it. What did I just say? Letting go of something. Career change, freedom. So you have the capacity, you have the ability to be able to choose whichever career you want to do. By the way, you need to ground yourself by doing some type of physical exercise. It doesn't have to be yoga. Okay, it could be anything that deals with physical exercise. I feel like that's going to help you clear your thoughts, clear your mind to come up with a resolution on where you need to go from here. You are going to go through a career change in the future, and it seems like it's going to be something that requires you to build it from the ground up. Again, with this freedom card, it does represent that you pretty much you have the freedom to choose what you want to do. Not saying every choice is going to be right, but I feel like it's one of those things where it's kind of just like, you have the freedom to change your career often. And I feel like you may change your career often, or you have already changed your career often. I feel like this is just you trying to figure out what you want to do. So you actually may end up going through another career change later on, and it may be something that you decide to build just within you from the ground up, help from nobody else. But it does seem like you need to let go of some type of worry that you have revolving around your career right now. It was at the bottom. Nutrition. Maybe it's a food business or something that you're going into when it comes to your mom. You can do healing work with your culinary skills. Maybe you can cook. Maybe you and your mom cook together. Maybe that's you guys' thing. But yeah, it does seem like the career change is on the horizon for you. It's probably what you're talking about right now. Mhm. You're on the right path. All right. I would say I would say don't make any impulsive decisions whenever it comes to this business. If you're not 100% sure right now, allow yourself enough time to think about it. Allow yourself enough time to come to a concrete decision before you just be like, oh, yeah, okay. You just have to make sure you're 100% clear within yourself that this is where you want to go. The same card came out, and I shuffled this. You saw me. You saw me how many times I shuffled it. Nine of Wands, impulsive, represent traveling. I don't know if it's like a food truck or something like that, or whatever this business is may require you to travel with that Knight of Wands energy there. The Moon. Yeah, see, you're fearful about this situation. And you may possibly feel like you're having to go into this situation blindly, and that could possibly scare you because it could be one of those things here where it's kind of just like, if this doesn't work out, I don't know what my backup plan is going to be. You always got to have a backup plan on top of the backup plan on top of the backup plan because you just never know. I don't know if your mom is an air sign. A writer. Interesting. That could be writing recipes. That could be writing instructions. We have the Magician. We have the Imp of Eight of Wands. Nine of Pentacles. Two of Swords. I feel like it could get to a point whenever it comes to this situation where you may start to think or be at a crossroads if you should kind of like be on your own whenever it comes to this business venture. Because we have the Knight of Wands with the Moon. The Moon's all about fears, your subconscious, your intuition. But the Knight of Wands is makes hasty decisions. So, I mean, this may be a situation where you may possibly feel like that, you want to do something, but is there a plan? Are you guys making hasty decisions with no foundation of a plan of what this is going to be, of what you need to do in 1 year, in 2 year, in 3 year to keep this situation going? But I also feel like get this energy as well where you really don't know what you want to do deep down inside. You really don't know if this is the right path for you to follow in order to get to where you want to be. But at the same time, you may not necessarily want to, like, what's the word I'm looking for? You may not necessarily want to, like, cut off or close out, your mom whenever it comes to not accepting this offer. But deep down, you really don't know how this is going to go. You really don't know, like I said, if this is even a good idea. We have the Ten of Pentacles, which of course can represent a family business, family security. But I kind of feel like, okay, we have two women here, but then we also have the Emperor card. So I'm not sure if there's three people involved in this situation. I'm not sure if maybe a father figure, stepfather, father, grandfather, whoever it is, but I do get three people. 1, 2, 3. Whoever this person is that's putting in the majority of the money in the business. Because I was going to say, I feel like somebody's attitude may possibly end up getting in the way later on, not now, but later on. Because the Emperor card, of course, that's you, Aries, but it doesn't necessarily have to be you specifically when it comes to this situation. This, like I said, could be the person who is putting in the most money to kind of like get this off of the ground. But another thing too, the Emperor likes to be in charge, and he's not going to step down off of his throne unless he knows that somebody else is going to run shit like the way he run it. So that's why I said attitudes, egos, personalities, all those things will open to one may end up getting into the way later on. We have the Magician, though, which can represent, the Magician can represent being on the right path. So you saw the card. So I do feel like that this whole situation, whenever it comes to your mom, can work from what I'm getting here. Yeah. I feel like it can work. The only person who I feel like is going to be an issue is whoever the hell this third person is. Because there does seem like there is somebody else involved. But yeah, it seems like it can work. Okay, I'm getting at least 4 years. After that, it's kind of hard to tell, but without a doubt, at least 4 years seems like everything's gonna be good when it comes to this business situation. So it just could be your own fear of failure in terms of, well, if this fails, what the fuck are we gonna do? But yeah, so from what I'm seeing here, it seems like it's gonna be fine. As long as you set boundaries, clear intentions with, your mom or whoever else is involved in terms of making sure you have an understanding that this is a business relationship, even though we're family. So there's certain things that have to be respected that you just can't say or do whatever the hell you want to do just because we share a strain, just because we share the same bloodline. Not going to happen. But like I said, I do feel like this could work. Like I said, I get 4 years, like I said. Without doubt, overly fearful. Yeah, you're overly fearful that it's not going to work out, like I said. But you also may be overly fearful that you may not be able to use your creative side whenever it comes to you doing something that you want to do. So you may possibly feel like you may get tied up into this. And I'm not going to lie, you very well may. You may get so tied up into this where you may not be able to pursue what you want to pursue outside of the family business. So it's something for you to think about. And that could be possibly where your confusion, your unsure nature is coming in as well. It's kind of like, well, if I do this, then what happens if I completely give up on what I wanted to do to begin with? But honestly, this just may be your path. It may not be acting or music, and that's okay. Might be able to try again in another lifetime, but we'll see. What I tell you, I knew it. Somebody's attitude. I already called that. If the attitude gets out of hand, you're in trouble. But as long as the attitude stays in check, then this could go great. Right now, the cards are saying it's going to go great, but of course, energy changes based off of the actions of others. Yeah, I just really feel like it's just going to be personalities or attitudes. Somebody want to be in control of everything, but also, like I said, whoever this third person is could possibly end up being an issue. What else did you ask? Oh, I'm gonna get a card for that. Question 5. I really feel like you're probably going to go the acting route. Yeah. See, that's what didn't I just say that whenever it came to the whole business situation? That's just something for you to think about because I feel like it will end up coming down to that. When it comes time for you wanting to follow your dreams and do what you want to do, that's where it may be like, because they may not understand. Kind of like, what the, you know? But without a doubt, you're going to have to leave something behind to do this. And you have to make that decision if that's what you want to do. I'm really getting acting. I'm not necessarily getting music because we have Saturn. Music would pretty much be Neptune. So I'm really getting acting, especially with this star. I see entertainment. Page of Cups could be a poet, a writer. So yeah, an actor. So yeah, I feel like I'm going to be acting. But again, so I would say that to answer that question, it would be a yes. So let's see. Okay, yeah, that's right. Ooh. Mm. This person feels like something is missing when it comes to you guys' situation, which could probably explain why this person is so flighty. Especially, I feel like this person was especially flighty in the beginning when you guys started dealing with each other. You want to be happy. You may possibly feel like that you may possibly feel somewhere in there, you may possibly feel like that this person may not be your happily ever after. So you may possibly feel like that there's something else over the fence, over the horizon, that has your name on it whenever it comes to your perfect partner. Because we have the Ten of Cups right next to the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands could be about going a new direction, and we have the Ten of Cups, which can represent happily ever after. But I feel like that's the matter of you feel like that your happily ever after may involve somebody else, possibly somewhere else. He does feel like you work a lot, so that could be another thing as well. That you may work a lot. You know, you may only be able to focus on one thing. So sometimes I feel like this person feels like he gets left out. Yeah, both of you deep down inside don't really know what the hell you want. Just saying. And I don't think either one of you have really opened yourselves up to love. Another thing too, you may possibly feel like this person is lying to you about having your back whenever it comes to you wanting to pursue certain stuff. You may possibly feel like that there's a disconnect there. You may possibly feel like that this person isn't genuinely happy for you whenever you talk to them about your dreams, your aspirations, what you want to do whenever you get older, and all these dreams that you have. So you could possibly feel like that, you know what, you're working against me because I thought you would be happy for me that I want to do these particular things, but you're kind of coming across like you ain't really happy, or this person just doesn't say anything to you at all. There's like no feedback. There's no nothing. Hold on. Let me put these back. You guys could go through a breakup, not gonna lie. Because trust issues may come into play, or it's just a matter of somebody being too defensive, somebody doesn't want to open up. The fact of the matter is that, without a doubt, somebody here may not be ready to see what's right in front of them, and you can't force that. So you guys may possibly, there may be some type of breakup, some type of separation or something like that before Scorpio season ends, which is be on the 21st, by the 21st. Okay. Or this will be within the next 2 months, 2 weeks, 2 months. Okay. But you feel at a crossroads. You may feel at a crossroads whenever it comes to you really don't know if you can trust this person or not. And there is an aspect about this relationship that makes it stressful. It could be stressful because somebody here could definitely have trust issues. Like they just don't know who to trust. A lot of that could be the way they grew up. It could be conditioning. It could be from previous situations. So somebody could be using the previous hurt that they experienced with somebody else as an excuse as to why they can't open up during this situation. But it's hard for you to say no. It seems like you may possibly feel like every time you try to move away from this person, somehow, some way, this person, drags you back in. Or it's just a simple fact, you may feel like you have a problem saying no to this person if they like need something, if they need you to have their back. But where's the same thing in return? This is supposed to be an equal opportunity relationship, not one size fits all, you know? Another thing too, somebody here may worry about what others think. I think that could be possibly the issue of what's stopping somebody from going back to somebody from their past. They're too concerned about what people are going to think if they backtrack. Probably because of the track record back there. So it's kind of going to be like, oh, if I go back, I'm going to lose my reputation. So from what I'm getting here, I feel like that you guys are still going to deal with each other for now. So you're still going to be settled down for now because we have the Four of Swords and we have the Wheel of Fortune. So that represents like settling down. But like I said, could be end of Scorpio season. You guys could have a big argument. I don't know if it gets toxic whenever you guys argue, which it could, because I get a sense of toxicity that could happen whenever you guys argue. Mm, I don't know why I'm getting control issues as well. I don't know who has it. Somebody here has control issues. I also get the energy as well. This person could possibly be, um, well, I do feel like this person feels like that. Maybe you don't know how to balance your time out really well whenever it comes to love and stuff like that. But from what I'm getting here, he's fine where he's at right now. I don't feel like this person is cheating or anything like as of today. I don't get this person cheating or anything like that. But like I said, this is where you guys are both at. You don't know what you want. You're unsure. Both of you guys in a way you want to move forward, but at the same time you feel stuck because you're not sure if moving forward is the best decision. You just don't know. Everybody has a thought bubble right now, and the thought bubble is like empty. But like I said, I do get a sense of things may get stressful whenever it gets toxic when it comes to like arguments and stuff like that, not being on the same page. It's like you may have big dreams, and you may possibly feel like that this person doesn't understand the fact you have big dreams. But you do care for this person because you have the Two of Cups. The care that you have for this person, you may not be letting them know because you may possibly feel like, well, if it's not the same thing, so I don't want to say it first. I want you to say it first. Everybody's waiting for the other person to say how much they feel about the other person. He seems, like I said, very flighty. He seems immature, to be honest with you. Or he actually may see you as that way. He seems like you're immature emotionally. Again, go back to what I was talking about, sensitivity. You could be definitely sensitive. So that could be why this person may feel like you're immature emotionally. Another thing too, I feel like one of you guys definitely did not give yourselves time to process through your emotions after a previous breakup before you started to go out and find love elsewhere. That's another thing. And that's why I said somebody could possibly feel like something is missing in this situation. Time. For some reason I get time. Maybe you guys don't spend enough time together because of people. Because you working, he working. You definitely ain't about to have time now, but you decide to do this business. I almost get this energy. I get this phrase. Somebody's kind of just like, what do you expect me to do? You expect me to sit up here and wait till you get home? That's kind of funny. It's kind of funny because it's like I almost gets the energy. Somebody's going to start to feel neglected, which will probably end up leading to this fight because it's kind of just like, not like I said, not spending enough time together on top of not knowing deep down inside where this situation is going. Yeah, you may possibly feel like this person is lying to you, or somebody here feels like the other person is lying to them about having their back, about seeing them succeed. See, separation. I call that. A third party may separate this. It may not necessarily be like an actual person. It could be a situation, like I said, work and things like that. Yeah. Why are you trying so much with this person? That's what I get. There may be an energy of you trying so much with this person. You're not allowing this person to show you what they can give you in return. You just possibly want to do everything. And what I say, this person may be immature. So a part of this person may also need to grow up whenever it comes to emotions and being more open with their emotions. Just because Susie Q hurt you in the past doesn't mean you can use that as an excuse for the future. And he may be doing that. I don't know why I get this energy. Somebody, I don't know who it is. Somebody here may lie about how much money they're making. That could be another thing too. Somebody may not be making as much money as they say they're making. Oh yeah. Another thing too, this person is too easily tempted by people, situations. Also, somebody could be indulging in toxicities, drinking, smoking, whatever it is. Yeah, I feel like you will be successful in business if you decide to stick with this. But again, like I said, you're going to have to give up something because you're not going to be able to do both. So you have to make a decision. Because, like I said, you could definitely get the career that you want when it comes to acting, and stuff like that. But it's not going to happen overnight. So you're going to have to make an executive decision. I don't really feel like this person loves you unconditionally. I'm just going to be honest. I don't think so. You actually may possibly end up meeting somebody new in the summertime who could be a water sign. And I just realized the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups landed right on top of each other. So I feel like with that being said, it's almost just like things will get better. Even whenever it comes to you guys, it could go in the reverse. You guys can have this breakup, you can spend your time apart, have your distance, and then this situation comes in where there's forgiveness and stuff like that offered on the table. I feel like this will probably happen when see, I'm gonna tell you how this is gonna happen. You guys break up and shit like that. Once you start being more successful, doing a lot better for yourself, not saying you're doing bad now, the person's gonna come back and they're gonna realize I gotta get my shit straight, or you're gonna leave me behind forever. So that can happen as well. So yeah. Or like I said, on the reverse, you could actually end up being somebody new during the summertime. It'll be a water sign or a fire sign. I mean, excuse me, water or earth, Taurus or a Scorpio, Pisces. Yep. So, yeah, I do feel like there's gonna be some type of breakup. Like I said, one or two things gonna happen. This person's gonna come back. Gonna apologize. Forgiveness gonna be off on the table, and the situation's gonna get better. Or it could be one of those things where you may decide to move forward, and then you'll end up meeting somebody else by summertime. And I feel like you will have a deep love for this person. Seems like a water, especially you definitely have water in your chart, sister friend. Two of Cups, the High Priestess, the Ten of Cups, like you're water. So you're probably going to end up meeting another water sign. And I feel like that would be perfect for you because there will be that emotional understanding. This person will have your back and it will just fit. So you may decide to leave this Aries person behind for good, which that may happen actually. But anyway, this has been your reading. Okay, if you have any questions, you let me know, and see you later.